back to my channel. Today we are going to work on Christmas treats. Most of these, except for maybe a couple, are going to be new. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first one we're going to work on is a snap pretzel, which is what this is. Little woven looking pretzel. We're going to do two different types on those. You need to preheat your oven to 170 degrees. And this one is going to have Hershey Kisses on it. We need to go ahead and put our Hershey Kisses on. So we're going to stick these in the oven for about 5 or 6 minutes until these melt. And then we are going to press M&ms on top. You don't have to use Hershey Kisses. You can use Hugs, which are like Hershey Kisses, but they're the swirl type with the regular chocolate and the white chocolate mixed. We have a hard time finding those here, so was not able to find those. It's just very hard to find. Okay, another real quick treat is Rolo pretzels, and you could probably use regular pretzels for these, but we're just going to go ahead and use the snap pretzels for these as well. On this little treat, all you'll need are Rolos, which are my fave. I love those. Anything like a milk dud, I'm all over it. So this is going to go into a 300 degree oven, and you're only going to bake it for about 3 minutes. And then we'll put an M&M on top of those too. So these are really fast and quick, and it's something you can throw together really quickly, especially for those very eager fans of Christmas treats. All right, so 300 degree oven, 3 minutes, semi-melted, and then you're going to place an M&M on top when they come out. So this is ready. Now, these are supposed to be semi-melted. And then you're going to place the M&M down the center. I'm going to finish these up real quick, and then we're going to start on our Rolo pretzels. The Rolo pretzels are done. Let's go ahead and start those. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to push the M&M down in the center. Let them cool completely before you remove them. On to our next treat. Our next treat is going to require a mini muffin tin, refrigerated cookie dough, and a Reese's peanut butter cup. These are called cookie cups. And you could probably use any type of cookie dough. I'm using chocolate chip. And Toll House, I don't know about the rest of them, but Toll House makes a mini cookie dough, mini chocolate chips cookie dough that's refrigerated. And what you're going to do is you need to stick these in a 350 degree oven until they're golden brown. Take them out, and you're going to place mini peanut butter cups in the center. All right. I'll see you back here in just a few. These have to bake for 12 to 14 minutes, just depending on your oven. So these are out of the oven. You're going to unwrap little miniature peanut butter cups, and you're going to kind of place them in the center, but kind of push them in. That way, when they cool off, they'll be like little tiny cups. perfect for any kind of holiday parties or get-togethers. Okay, let's move on to our next treat. I have another idea for a treat, and it's an old standby, but it works. Most people love it, and it is the almond bark pretzel. Most people know that you buy this almond bark, you can get it in chocolate or white chocolate, so dark or light, whichever. My husband prefers the white, so I think it's because it's just different. So that's what I always try to do. And I just melt it in the microwave and lay it out. It's not that easy sometimes. You dip your pretzels in. So you melt it, dip your pretzels in. And then this is a foil lined pan, but you can use wax paper because this is not going in the oven or anything like that. And my husband prefers these without anything on them, just plain. But for you, I'm gonna make some with some sprinkles. Before they dry, here's some sprinkles, and we'll just put a little bit on there. Okay, so as you can see, it's just real simple. As long as they're still wet, go ahead and add your sprinkles or not, and you're done. And as far as drizzling an opposing color on, as far as chocolate goes, you can just do that. I do it while they're still wet, or you probably don't have to, but I like to them all for it to dry at the same time. Leave these on until they're completely dry. Shouldn't take long, half an hour at the most, and then you can remove them and you can store them. I have done them refrigerated, but an airtight container on the counter would even work, but they're really easy, quick, and affordable. We are going to make some Christmas Crack Toffee. So I'm working on that right now. But this time we're going to use Pretzel Crisps. I bought the Walmart brand, but there is the name brand. I cannot think of it right now. And you can use that. So right now I am melting 2 sticks of real butter, and then I'm going to place a cup of brown sugar in this, and I'm going to stir it frequently until it dissolves. I've already got my cookie sheet lined with foil, and I've already got my pretzel crisp laid out. You can use saltine crackers if you prefer. We've done that before, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but I wanted to try a different method, so we're doing that now. And I'm gonna get my whisk just to make sure that this is behaving. All right, we're gonna let this keep going till it starts to bubble, and then I will show you what that looks like when we get to that point. It's starting to bubble now, and we've got to let it bubble for 5 minutes before we pour it out of this pan. So even when I stir it, it's still bubbling. So that's what you're looking for. So I'm setting my timer. It's 11:20 right now, and I need to stop this 11:25, but I need to stand by the stove because it will burn. And you need to continuously stir while it's doing this. And it'll get a toffee color. And you can let it darken a little, but you need to just pay attention really, really close, because this is really, you know, it'll burn quick. And then you will be stuck with a mess. So keep stirring, and I'm watching my clock. You can set a timer for 5 minutes and give yourself, give or take, like a minute. Because if it looks like it's getting too dark, go ahead and pull it off. A little bit more. We got 3 minutes to go, so hopefully it won't burn. Now once we get this done and we place it on the crisps or crackers, we have to work quickly, but we have to be careful because we don't need to mess these up. So it's kind of tricky. And I always use, a real good tip would be always use a heavy bottom pan. I have used just one of those thin, just regular saucepans before. It did not do good. That's why I've always hung on to this one little pan right here, because I do all my candies like this in this pan. It's stainless steel, but it's got a heavy bottom in it. One last stir. All right, we got to work quickly. Let's set this down. Alright, so our goal is to get all these covered, and then, you know, hopefully it'll work out. So I have to work fast, but very carefully. Gotta work very carefully. And make sure that you have your oven preheated to 400, like I mentioned before. best, but we were able to get it covered. All right, so it's going to go into the oven for 5 minutes on 400. So when you go to put it in your oven, make sure it's fully preheated. And that way you can go ahead and start counting time. Okay? 5 minutes. Okay. So I've taken it out of the oven. I'm using some chocolate chips. These are semi-sweet, but you can use whatever you like. And you just need to sprinkle them everywhere. So just give them a few minutes to melt, and then we'll spread them out. So it's ready to melt, and so we just need to start spreading it. I got the chocolate spread out. If you ever run into issues and you didn't spread enough chocolate out, you want it thicker, you know, whatever. Turn your oven off, you know, because it's still hot from when you cook this, and just kind of stick it in there for just a couple of seconds with the chocolate chips on, and it'll melt them kind of quickly for you, and you'll be, you know, you can fill in the spaces. So let this cool completely before you break it into pieces. Okay, y'all, so this is everything finished and displayed on a plate, on a holiday plate for a party. You can do this for just, you know, your family and yourself, or they're perfect for treats for any party or get together. And you can decorate them how you need to for the holiday season. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.